next master breeder tonight is the Nicholson family of Geelong jerseys. Congratulations.
It's not Geelong, it's Geelong. 91 years ago, Geelong started, and many of us that are here tonight were lucky enough to be at the 90-year celebration that the Nicholson family put on at their farm at Gagari last year. What a wonderful event. The stud was established back in 1932, I think, and these boys that are here tonight, their grandfather Arthur Nicholson was an extremely progressive man. And I had a lot to do with these two boys' father and uncle. Bill Nicholson and Philip were just super progressive and super keen. They moved from the Mallee, I guess it was the Wimmera Mallee, to the Gagari property some 50 years ago, and I first come across them in my early days at the Frankcliffe sales, and they were great supporters at Frankcliffe. They were great buyers, they were great helpers, they did a lot of work around the scenes, and always, you know, I'll remember it forever selling at Frankcliffe and the great setup they had there, and there was the bit of a corridor where the cows had come through underneath the people, and if there was one that Bill was keen to buy, you'd see him walk up with his white dust coat and his pans in his pocket, and he'd wink out of the side of his face to me and buy those best cows at those sales, and they're always great ones at selling great cows at those sales. And one of the great cows they sold was a cow called Daydream 100 that Linton Broad bought to become one of the famous cows in the breed. But today it's carried on by Pat and his wife Carmen, and Brendan and his wife Tennille, and of course their mum Evelyn is here tonight, and they've been incredible promoters of the Jersey breed and tremendous contributors. Pat's judged all over Australia, and as we know, did an amazing job when he judged IDW in 2018. He judged the World Conference show in New Zealand. And of course, Brendan has also judged shows around Australia and also in New Zealand, has classified for a long time. He was a winner of the AGBS and Qantas Youth Award, which took him to North America. And every time these guys have travelled for generations, they've used that travelling to bring home the knowledge and put into their farm and to help the Jersey breed go further forward. They hosted those many great sales, the Northern Lights sales. You know, you talk about milestones. These guys have bred 3 or 4 cows that have produced over 100,000 litres of milk each. In the Jersey breed, that's pretty incredible. They've showed many great champions at great shows. Bill Nicholson used to go to Adelaide and the Adelaide Autumn Fair and won championships there. These young blokes have showed great teams. I remember they took a team of cows to Melbourne showing about 1990, and they're only kids. I think Pat was probably 15 or 16, and they took that team and did extremely well. They've showed at Sydney and had great success and championships. Something that was pretty amazing is at the Victorian Autumn Fair, Geelong had champion cow 19 years in succession. If that's not amazing, what is? At IDW, when Steve White judged from America, they had champion cow with Prudence 108, and they've had several championships at IDW, and a premier exhibitor at IDW back in 97, the first year we had the jerseys there, and only this year at IDW they won the Senior 3 class. In the Great Southern, they've had amazing success. In 2003, they had the grand champion with Oligo 142. 2005 and 2007, the Violet 4800 cow won a class both times. 2013, the Daydream 5744 was grand champion for Glen Gordon, and they also won the 3-year-old, the Leone 6223 cow. In 2014, they had the Daydream 6054 cow win the 5-year-old, and in the Great Australian, they won with the Leone 6223. She was 3-year-old winner and grand champion of the Great Australian. They've had 6 Great Southern winners. To achieve this award, and this is something worth listening to, they've had 3 elite brood cows. They've had 5 elite type cows. They've had 103 elite production cows. 103 elite production cows. The Nicholsons have always milked a large herd. And I think this year they're telling me they're going to milk about 450, all jerseys, all registered. And they've always had tremendous production cows, as is evident by those great production awards. They recently, when they had their 90 years celebration, they sold the pick of the whole herd. And that night I auctioned that cow and she made over $20,000, and Daniel Bacon and a group of geniuses bought her. And they've taken her a further step. They took her down to the Gippsland Fair and cracked the whip with her. She won the best udder of the whole show. And she was reserve intermediate champion. Just recently in the classification field, Jugiong had 2 cows score 93. In the Jade 7206 cow and a Delilah 7793 cow. And they had 5 more, an excellent 92. You know, they had a major dispersal sale, sold every saleable cow back about, I don't know, 4 years ago or something, 5 years ago, and yet have rebuilt the herd to even a greater status today. I have had the good fortune to have a lot to do with the Nicholsons over generations, and they've always been people that are keen to add a great new one to their herd. They've been keen to sell a great one, never afraid to sell any animal in the herd, and yet can continue to breed great cattle. The contribution that the Nicholson family for the past 90 odd years have given to the Jersey breed cannot be valued. Nothing short of outstanding, and we thank you very, very much. And to you, Evelyn, and the 2 boys that are here tonight, we thank you and congratulate you on a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful contribution you've put into the Jersey world. Thank you and congratulations on your marriage.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, thanks to Brian for those kind words. Thanks to Jersey Australia putting on this evening and recognising the contribution of many breeders have made to the Jersey breed over many years. We're certainly very humbled to receive this award and very appreciative of the generations that have gone before us to achieve where we are here today. We certainly recognise that while Brendan and I have been involved certainly the last number of years, that our parents, Bill and Evelyn and Phil and Amy, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, and our grandparents, Arthur and Iris, that every generation has contributed something to our herd, and we've just been able to build on an amazing foundation that was there for us to take on when we chose to follow in this same direction as the generations before us. But yeah, really appreciative. Brendan might want to say a couple of words.
It doesn't leave much, I don't think. I assumed Pat was going to say it all. So, no, I echo what Pat said. We do appreciate the recognition that we're receiving tonight. It is very humbling, and I do congratulate everyone else that's here as well. I think Ronnie Baker was right. It's probably an award that's been long overdue in our breed, and it's fantastic. I can remember, Pam Malcolm hanging her hat on being a master breeder 40 years ago, or 30 years ago in the Holstein, and that meaning something then. So I think it's only the start of something really great in the Jersey breed. Thank you.